Katir Hoff on behalf of Florida Swim Network. I'm standing here with Frank Bradley, head coach of the Florida State swim team. Frank, thank you so much for doing the interview. First question is, going into a big meet like this, you have ACCs and then you have NCAAs a month later. What's kind of the mindset or mantra that you try to instill in your athletes, heading into a meet like this?
For us in this meet, we have a mixed bag of tricks. We have some that are trying to qualify, some that are already qualified, and then some they're more on a 2-year schedule where they're freshmen coming in and building them into that second year. So for those that are trying to qualify or already qualified, it's just getting a little bit better here and then taking that into the next couple weeks and then just getting a little bit faster at NCAA. So nothing real big, just keep trying to progress little by little and then you'll get those big results you're looking for.
Nice. So you mentioned earlier today when we talked that the prelims didn't go as well for maybe some of your swimmers. Kind of what do you say to your team, or what's some advice for coaches or swimmers that maybe don't start the meet lights out, but they still need to keep that momentum rolling and keep their confidence up, for the next 3 days of a meet?
Execution. That's the biggest thing. It's just execute what you've been doing every day. And I sent the girls a video last night of a track runner that was running an indoor 600. And some people have seen it, but she fell at the 400 mark, got back up. I think it was at a Big Ten championship meet, got back up and ended up winning the race. So I'm like, never lose faith. You never know when that moment's going to happen. And everything may not go right, but that moment could be there. You just got to be ready for it. And that's kind of where we are tonight, is let's just have a great night and then try and follow that wave through the rest of the meet. So
that's awesome. I want to see the video. It sounds cool. What was the biggest challenge for you as a coach? I know you coached at Auburn previously, coming from that program, which probably has a different culture than this program. How did you come in and kind of, mesh with the team going forward?
Well, I mean, I was coming back home. I went to school at FSU back in the 90s, so that the nostalgia of it all, or the newness just was gone right away. I was already home, and so the biggest thing was just trying to develop a culture of excellence all the time. And we're still working through that, still getting them to understand where the standard is, and it isn't to look up to the standard, it's to be there and go above and beyond that. And we're just finding ways in the weight room or with nutrition or with their studies or whatever it may be. And Auburn was great. I learned a ton there. It was neat to be a part of one of the greatest programs ever, and it's still excelling. And trying to take a lot of those pieces I've learned, even talking to a guy like Rowdy Gaines. And, his record just got broken the other night after however many years. And just taking those little pieces of how those guys and girls went about their business every day, to the point of even I hired one of my old swimmers, Katie Gardaki, who's my assistant coach here at FSU, to help instill that work ethic in the guys and the girls here at FSU now.
Awesome. So you guys had some great 50s. Coming from a non-sprinter like me, how do you swim a 50 as hard as you can in the morning and then, take the steps to, make little drops at night?
Yeah, with our whole group today, it's what I was just talking to them about. It's don't go away from what we've been doing all the time. Like, we had one girl this morning, all of a sudden she decided she wanted to be an underwater kicker. And I'm like, that's not your game. You gotta, and all I told her tonight is just focus on from the blocks to the first cycle and just absolutely rip through that, and you're gonna have a great 50. And there's nothing major, they just got to get in and just relax and let that race happen. And I think they could all have a great swim tonight. We were sharp in some, just a finish off on one or an underwater kick on another. And I think if those girls can all put it together and then follow up on that relay tonight, we're going to see a whole lot of great 50s this morning or this afternoon. So
yeah, and I'm sure that'll just change everyone's mindset around too. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So final question, just a little bit off topic, but do you have anything that you do before a meet as a tradition or a ritual that kind of like psychs you up or keeps you calm or gives you feel like you have good luck? I know I asked this question to a lot of swimmers, but I thought it'd be fun to ask the coach.
I'm not a very superstitious person. I think the biggest thing for me, we were laughing about earlier, is just going in the gym and working out or telling funny stories to the kids of what's going on. But I'm not a very superstitious person, but I think the biggest thing with them is not even to get them psyched up, but just to keep them real calm of you've done the work, believe in what you've done, just believe in yourself. And if you do that, you're just going to have that quiet confidence when you get up on the blocks to just race. Just let it go, ride the wave, and just race. And that, we at this point, there's a little bit of coaching going on, but most of what we do now is we're just a fan. And I think that's a big comfort to them as athletes, knowing it's not all about critiquing now. It's just enjoying what they've worked to do and then clapping and applauding and then moving on to the next race.
Just letting it happen. Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you, Coach, and good luck tonight and the rest of the meet.
Thank you, guys.